What's up guys? Welcome back to Will's Wash Wars. This month I got 4 different ceramic sealants that's really popular on the market. And I'm gonna compare them and see how they differ, because these are all really stout ceramic sealants that a lot of people love. And some of them are new, like this Detail Co. Infinity. This is a V2 version. And DIY Detail Envy, this just came out not so long ago. So I want to compare the 4 of them and see what the pros and cons are for each of them. And I got a really dirty car right here. This car, paint just looks so faded and it really needs a renew. So we're gonna do a wash, clay, the full detail, really get this car back to new. And of course, at the end of that detailing process, you're gonna need a sealant. So we're gonna apply these 4 sealants on this car when we're done detailing it and see how each of them perform and how they apply. If it's easy to apply, if it's draggy, if it's slick, that really matters in the user experience. And also see if these sealants can really give the shine back to this car. Without further ado, let's get to it. I'm gonna do a hybrid wash this time. So I'm gonna start with Incredible Suds. Look how flat the water is. This is the perfect paint to test the sealants on. Oh, how dirty this is. So I got Detail Co. Age of Iron right here. This is an iron remover that will work with the decon towel. So we're gonna do a quick decontamination because this paint is so gritty. Listen to this. Holy crap. All right, the whole car is washed and clayed and decontaminated. So paint is feeling pretty smooth right now, but it's unprotected. Let me show you guys this. Unprotected paint. Look at it. I put rinseless wash on it, just a little bit. I'm drying, right? I'm using a nice quality microfiber. Here, I'll grab an even nicer one. So this is the Diva rinseless drying towel. Super nice. The drying experience is, gosh dang, horrible. It's so draggy. This is draggy to a point that I don't want to drive this car anymore. So if you don't have any type of protection on your paint, your drying experience is gonna feel like hell compared to if you had some kind of protection on your paint or some kind of drying aid. It's a huge difference because I'm feeling this right now and man, it's night and day. And that's exactly why we are testing the 4 different sealants today. And that's also why if you don't have protected paint, you gotta watch this. Choose one of them, use it on your paint, the drying experiences will be so much better. Your car will be so much easier to clean. All right, so I got 4 different sealants right here. This is the hot coat because it's a gallon, so I pour it into this sprayer. And I got 4 different new towels over here. These are just the Costco microfiber towels. I'm actually gonna use this short nap side. 4 different towels so they don't contaminate. Let's start with this one, just because this is personal order. This is a Detail Co. ceramic sealant called Infinity. And also disclaimer, all of these sealants are sent to me by the House of Rags. So they're all on equal playing field. I'm not gonna favor one or another. So let's start with the Detail Co. one. I'm gonna apply them all in the same method. I'm gonna spray onto the towel right here, prime the sprayer. This is the first time I'm using it. Okay, there we go. All right, 2-3 sprays, all right? Let's wipe on. Okay, immediately I can feel some slickness. I'm gonna do the top, oh. Okay, this is slick. And man, immediately I see the gloss on it. The paint is just coming back to life. I can see some gloss. I'm gonna do the top right quadrant over here with Detail Co. Okay, flip to the dry side, give it a buff. All right, decently slick, but we haven't tested the other ones yet. I'm gonna put it right here to mark, that's where I ended. Now let's try the Clean by Penny Organizer. This is the V2. I've tried the V1 and Gosh dang, I love that thing. This thing could be used like just a spray and rinse, and you don't need to use a towel at all. I use this on wheels. You can check out these wheels that are looking so good. Again, spray on the towel. That was not a good spray. Spray on the towel. Again. What is happening? Third try. Spray on the towel. What is happening? What the? That's more like it. Okay. All right, 2 or 3 sprays. That was first try. Let's see it. All right, at first it doesn't feel as slick as Infinity. Yeah, Infinity is just slightly slicker. Again, the slickness does not mean everything. I just want to say this before I talk about slick like another 500 times, because it could feel really slick, but performance could be bad. It might not bead water very well. It could have really bad longevity. But flipping over, actually, Clean by Pan is slightly slicker now. Okay, here is DIY Detail Envy, or I should say Envy, like the French word. So I've used this before, and this thing gives you really good gloss. This is basically an upgraded version of ceramic gloss. So application is also super easy. Just like that, that's also super slick. This, honestly, of the 3 I've tried so far, this might be the slickest or the quickest to give you that slickness. So really easy to apply. And all 3 of these so far, I'm not seeing any streaks. Super easy to apply. So you don't have to worry about leaving high spots or anything like that. The Clean by Pan one, the previous version, that one you did have to be a little more careful because it was so stout that the overspray, if you land it on other part of the paint, it will leave spots. But it looks like this one, the V2 version, is something a lot better. Again, so far this is just application. I'm more so curious to see what the performance is gonna be like. Now, last but not least, this is the Quivr Hot Coat. This also, very much like the Clean by Pan one, can be used by just spray and rinse, or it can be used wiped on like this. It's also another very versatile one. Whereas the other 2, the Infinity and Envy, I don't believe those can be used that way. So just keep that in mind. Wow, okay. This is almost very similar to Clean by Pan, the application. Initial wipe on is just slightly draggy, like you don't get the immediate effect, but once you wipe it on and come back the second time, you're not gonna feel that again. All you'll feel is just slickness. And honestly, this one smells really nice. So flip it over, let's feel. Whoa. Yo, okay, this one actually feels like you're floating on clouds. To remove the biases, I'm gonna have someone else come feel this. So this is Taylor's hand, different glove color. I want you to just kind of wiggle them around on their respective quadrant. Tell me which one feels the slickest.
I think this one feels slightly slicker than this one.
Okay.
To me.
How about this one?
This one feels really slick.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel like this one is the most slick.
Okay. Yeah. I almost agree. It feels like it's just floating on clouds. It's really insane. And what would you rank number 2?
Probably this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That one? Okay. And then number 3?
I don't know, these 2 are very similar. It's hard to choose.
They're kind of tied?
Yeah, I would put them.
Driver front quadrant, I'm gonna do the Detail Co. Sealant. And here's Clean by Pan. Spray on the towel again. And here's DIY Detail Envy for the rear passenger side. And again, last but not least, hot coat. So one big reason why I love the Clean by PN one so much is that the spray and rinse method makes it really versatile. So I can just spray it on like this, give it a second.
A few moments later.
Look at that. The beading on it is so good. These wheels were completely flat before. So Quivr hot coat here is the other ceramic sealant here that can be used as a spray and rinse kind of application. And for wheels, that's really helpful. So let's see how it performs. A couple of sprays, I'm just gonna let it sit. We'll give it about 30 seconds.
A few moments later.
Wow, look at that. That's really impressive. That's really comparable to the Clean by PN one. It is now the next day. Car's looking amazing. The gloss on it, very happy with it. Now, here's a little review. These are the 4 different sealants. That's the order. Goes from Detail Co, that's the first one, Clean by PN, second one, and then MV, and then Hot Coat. So that's gonna be the exact same placement on this hood. Let's see how the water beading is. To be honest, I'm a little nervous. What's your prediction? Which one's gonna have the best beading? I think Clean by PN. Okay, initial thoughts? Hot coat is actually not as hydrophobic. Clean by PN, really good. Envy is a different kind of beading. It sheets when it gets hit this amount of GPM. So if you compare Envy to this, Clean by PN. Clean by PN does not flood at all, whereas Envy floods a little more. And it kind of seems like this middle part didn't get applied as well, maybe. I have to check that again. And hot coat seems a little spotty too. I don't know what's up with this part. And Infinity, surprisingly, Infinity performs really well. Look at that. So honestly, from this, I would say Clean by PN, Infinity, Hot Coat, and then Envy. Let's check out the doors, the vertical panels, and see if it's any different. All right, over here, this driver door, this is Detail Co. Impressive. And then Clean by PN. Also really impressive. And then Envy. Yeah, I definitely say Envy sheets a little bit more. And then Hot Coat. Not bad, but the water beads are not as round as the other side, the Infinity and Clean by PN. Now lastly, I want to compare them in their flooding capability. So I got this shower nozzle on. Let's see how each one performs. All right, so it does look like this side, Infinity and Clean by Pan, they're a lot faster. These, slow sheeters, especially hot coat. I think hot coat is the slowest, and these a little faster. But if you do notice, they don't leave any beads behind, barely any. Whereas the beaters, they do leave a little bit more beads on the paint, which means there's more possibility that they could leave water spots. But it just depends what you're looking for. All right guys, so it's been a week since this car was applied with all the different sealants. So let's see how the water behavior is now. Interesting. It looks like 3 of them are doing okay, but one of them is struggling a little bit. And I believe that one's Envy. Looks like struggling a little bit. Hot Coat, of course, is probably the 3rd place here. And these two, Infinity and Clean by Pan. I think the Clean by Pan one might be the strongest in terms of hydrophobicity. On a vertical panel, honestly, it's really hard to tell the difference between them. Look at that. I mean, these are super impressive products, by the way. Look at that. If I didn't take a second look, I would think that this car is ceramic coated. And after the last clip, I did go over each spot and make sure I applied it a second time and make sure all the spots are filled. And over here on the deck lid, you can see the difference between Clean by Pan on this one, and this one should be DIY Detail Envy. Let's see it. Surprisingly, not a big difference. I don't really understand what's going on the hood, but here, the deck lid is really hydrophobic. And this one over here, this is DIY Detail Envy, and this is Quivr Hot Coat. Let's see it. Honestly, on a vertical panel, it does look like Hot Coat is doing a little better. Envy seems more of a sheeter. And by more of a sheeter, check out this rear quarter panel and this part of the bumper. You can see it floods a little bit and then it sheets off the water. The Clean by Pan side doesn't really do this. So I guess that's the big difference. All right, bonus sealant. Check out the glass. Before, the glass is completely flat. Guess what I put on it? The newest DIY Detail Envy. This is the Envy glass sealant. And check out the water beads. I didn't prep the glass at all. Just after wash, after some claying, I just wiped it on. It's a cleaner and a sealant at the same time. I mean, check out this performance. For something this easy to apply, I'm pretty impressed. I put on a side window too. Look at that. Like, yes, it's not as hydrophobic as a full-on glass coating, but this is impressive for just kind of like a spray and wipe, because no prepping required. You just spray on your towel, wiped it on, that was it. And there's no streaking, there's nothing. It's just a simple wipe on product. So there you guys go. I think these sealants are pretty impressive given the results, but bad news. Detail Co. Infinity, this one's no longer available. I'm not sure what's going on with Detail Co, but I think they're going through some changes. But if you do like Detail Co's products, they're having a 40 to 50% off sale right now, so it's a steal. So overall, I think performance, I have to give it to Clean by Pan. This V2, this in terms of performance, just takes a cake. There's nothing more to say about it. And also the versatility of it, just like the hot coat here, it can be used as a normal spray and wipe or a drying aid, or the best thing of all is a spray and rinse. So for wheels, these two are awesome. However, the biggest difference is price. Now touching on Envy here, it seems to be a little more finicky than these two, and the results are not as consistent. Although I do have to say, it works so well as a drying aid because of the slickness, but the performance, especially at this price point, just leaves me wanting a little bit more, especially compared to these over here. Now, hot coat, this is the most budget-friendly one. This entire gallon is only $50. So value-wise, this definitely takes the cake. And if you're gonna use a lot of spray and rinse kind of application method, I think hot coat is the way to go. Whereas the Clean by Pan, this one is a little pricier. So if you're strictly going to be using the spray and rinse, I wouldn't say use this all the time, because this is a little more stout, it has better performance. It's best used as a spray and wipe or a drying aid, so you can take advantage of its longevity and its stoutness of the performance. So the verdict, I would say these two are the winners. This one for something a little more stout, something a little more longer lasting. This one, if you want quick results, instant beating, and insane value. So I'll link all of these products down in the description, and let me know what you guys think about the results. Were you impressed? Have you used these sealants before? And what is your favorite? So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, Will's Record 10 will get you 10% off at the House of Rags, and all of these will be available in the description below. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.